Now let's speak to a former Conservative MP, the one and only Sir Michael Fabricant. Before we get into the juice of all of this, Michael, have you been approached?
Well, I often speak to Nigel Farage, and he did say to me, why don't I join and fight for Lichfield at the next general election and win for reform? But I said no thanks.
Why?
Because, I'm with the Conservative Party and,
So was
and I
Robert
tend to
Jenrick
stay
since he
with
was
the
16
Conservative
years old,
Party.
Michael.
Pardon?
So was Robert Jenrick since he was 16 years old.
Yeah, well, there you go. He joined actually a lot younger than I did. But what I'd like to talk about, if I may, is why Robert left, because I think that's a much more serious point. And I have some sympathy with why he left. He left because the Conservative Party for many years now has been two parties in one, what I call either the true Conservatives or indeed what I call the Lib Dem Conservatives, the One Nation Conservatives, who never really believed in Brexit and tried to stop people like Rob Jenrick and others from doing everything that had to be done for a successful Brexit. So I have some sympathy with him leaving, though I have no intention of leaving myself.
Does it perhaps reduce the Conservative Party to sort of make this all about Brexit, a vote that was this year a decade ago? There were some people on the left who supported Brexit, some people on the right who did, and similarly there were some people on the left who supported remaining in the European Union and some people on the free market right who supported remaining in the European Union. Are we getting too obsessed over this? Perhaps because the dominant figure in our politics today is Mr Nigel Farage, the man who was known, well, at least by the President of the United States, as Mr Brexit.
Well, you're right in some ways, Tom, because there's a lot more to living in the United Kingdom than just Brexit. But if you can make a success of Brexit, then you actually achieve something which the British people want, and that is prosperity and sovereignty. And we haven't taken advantage of Brexit, and I think for that reason we did so badly at the last general election. People voted for us. I remember Boris Johnson saying, we know you've lent us the vote in 2019, and he lent us the vote in order to get Brexit done. Well, yes, we're out of the European Union, but we haven't really got Brexit done. There is so much more we could have done had it not been for this wing of the Conservative Party, which has obstructed us at all times. And I know Rob Jenrick very well. We've been friends for a number of years, and it's that which has actually caused his frustration. He gave the example yesterday when he, at the thing with Nigel Farage at the press conference, where he said that discussing the ECHR, only two members of the shadow cabinet actually agreed with him of the necessity to leave the ECHR. Now, we finally have agreed that we're going to do it, but this has happened time and time again. We saw it when you had Prime Minister Theresa May. You saw it again with Kemi Badenoch this time, and of course with Rishi Sunak. He couldn't get things done. Why? Because you had this wing in the Conservative Party which is obstructing all the time. And it's a great shame because actually, although I'm no great buddy of Kemi Badenoch, at least she and I totally agree on where this country needs to go. And in order to get that prosperity, we really do need to properly get Brexit done.
OK, Michael, I mean, so the big question is, as Robert Jenrick said yesterday, Britain is broken. Do you think it is?
Well, I don't think it's broken. I mean, Keir Starmer isn't actually helping. I wouldn't say we're broken. I mean, there are other countries in Europe which are far worse off than us. But we could be so much better in terms of our freedom and so much better in terms of our individual prosperity. We're not taking advantage at all of the fact that we're now no longer having to take rules from the European Union. In fact, Keir Starmer now wants to accept rules from Europe which we don't have to accept and will slow us up again.
Okay. Michael, thank you very much. That's former Conservative MP Sir Michael Fabricant there. Thank you very much for joining us.